Right, folks, here I am in my van, sitting in the car park of High Cost. Now, it is called High Cross. It's the big shopping centre in Leicester. And I call it High Cost because it is high cost. And the way things are going, it will be high cost all the while. Because what I'm doing, folks, is there was a lad on Twitter, Callum McKeefrey, Callum McKeefrey. And he tweeted about his mum's shop in Leicester. Jill, she owns 5 Fox Lane in Leicester. And she said, it's on the BBC website, so it might not be true because I don't particularly trust the BBC. But she says, and she's got no reason to lie, I would think, that her electricity bill is gone from £10,000 to a £55,000. She's feared that she will be forced to close a business due to the electricity bill rise of 45 grand. Now, this is getting absolutely fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is, she don't know I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down and to get down to 5 Fox Lane and see what's happening. I'll go and try and have a word with her and see what she says, and or not. But if we'll see. Let's see what happens. All right, get you in a second. Right, folks, I found 5 Fox Lane Coffee House. I'm going to go in, see what happens. So I've come in and had a cheese and onion cob and a hot chocolate with all the bits and bobs. This is the actual place inside. I've just done a bit of a video, so there we go. The lady says she's going to have a quick chat with me, so let's go for it. Right, folks, so I've come to what's the place called? 5 Fox Lane. That's right. Who have I got with me today just having a quick chat?
Lisa.
Okay. Now, my camera's on my fat face, but we'll see. We'll manage it. So, how long's 5 Fox Lane been here?
2 years in September.
So you've not been here that long then?
No.
So you just came after the COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So
we was open. We just opened. Then
Yeah.
COVID hit. Then we was allowed to stay open, weren't we, to do takeout?
Yeah.
Then we got locked down again. Then we reopened. Then we got locked down, and then we've just opened again.
Right, and I'm going to have to turn this off and do that again because it's pissing me about. Right, so you survived COVID. We all thought the world was going to get back to better, and it's not. So we've had, obviously, things happen in the country that we've got to pay for COVID, and we've got to all that. I don't ask your views on your COVID and all that thing, but this at the moment now has gone absolutely ridiculous with the price of the electricity. Do you think you'll survive?
We knew about it yesterday.
Yeah.
When it was on Instagram that we could be all losing our jobs, and it's like, I mean, 55 grand, a business cannot sustain that.
Do you know what? Normally, when I do my videos, anybody who's watching on YouTube has always known that I promote local businesses.
Yeah.
But I'm at the stage now where I think people will struggle to support a local business. They might support themselves.
Yeah. Well, this is what we were saying yesterday. I mean, someone said to me, what would it affect you if you lost your job? And it's like, I said, with my gas, my electric, and the cost of living anyway, in general, I would lose my home if I lost my work.
And the thing is, we're all going to be losing things, and it's no fault of our own.
Anybody's, yeah.
See, this is what I don't understand. Our government are out there now telling us how to spend our money, save this, save that. Yeah, they're not even at Parliament. They're not even at work.
No.
And everybody is struggling.
Yeah. And even the Prime Minister, who was meant to be swapping, he's not even nowhere to be seen.
Well, to be fair, I think
we'd still have to carry on if we was losing our jobs.
I think Boris has just turned around and thought, right, nobody wants me, so I've gone anyway. You know, it's like a bit of an FU to everybody. Yeah. So do you think that price capping will help?
Yeah. Defo. Yeah, well, I think it would.
Yeah.
And also I think you should go back to the old ways as well.
In what way, the old ways?
As in you do your caps, but also look at sustaining everybody. Try and help everybody.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're on about giving aid, aren't they? But when they say they're going to give aid, all they're going to do is borrow money and put the country more into debt.
Yeah.
And then I've just had a cheese onion cob and a chocolate, maybe burp, sorry.
I'm not winding you.
No, that's all right. The good thing is you use red onion. I love red onion. The thing is, it's like they're going to put the country into more debt, making out they're helping us, and they're not.
Because in the long run, we're still going to have to pay it, and we're still going to have to pay more.
This is it. This is exactly it. And I just don't understand it. I just think the country's basically in the shit, and I think we're absolutely screwed. I honestly don't know the answers to. Well, I do know the answers, but I don't know if we can actually say them. We've got to stop giving so much to the energy companies and letting them rule the rule the country. Because I think at the moment, Sage and the scientists ruled the country through COVID, and now we've got energy companies ruling the country through them.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. It's like this thing where they're giving us money to help pay our bills, but we're paying the electric and the gas companies more money, so they're just going to keep getting richer and richer.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no infrastructure, is there? They don't feed back in.
Exactly.
They just make anybody at the top.
Yeah.
Richer and richer.
And that's it. And while we're all down here at the bottom, I mean, I'm fortunate. I'm okay as such, but it won't take a lot. And it's just so have you got a message to who's your local MP? Because I keep trying to chat to my local MP, Jane Hunt.
Sure
I don't think the MP even knows who the MP is.
I'm not quite sure anymore, to be honest. It used to be. Was it Rebel Jan? Was it?
Oh right, yeah.
Did it used to be?
I think he was.
Still now?
I think Rebel Jan is dead. Is he dead? Weren't he the one? I don't know. I'm not saying.
I'm not sure.
I think he was caught up in something. I'm not sure, but. My local MP, I keep trying to talk to her on Facebook. You send her emails, and all they do is just come back with a standard photo, copy and paste answer. They never ever give us an answer.
Yeah, definitely.
So, have you got anything that you want to add to the Prime Minister if Boris watches? Which I doubt.
Sort this country out. That's basically it.
Well, it might be Liz Truss. Well, anyway, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm going to go home now and I'm going to talk about other shops shutting down because these fish and chip shops all shutting down as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
and
right.
Your pubs.
And your pubs, and everybody's just going. So, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
So, anybody,
time.
that's right. If you can all get down to 5 Fox Lane, it's next door to Lloyd's Bank, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come down and have a look. Right, I'll let you get your phone call. And
Cheers,
that's it.
sweet.
All right,
Take
bye.
care.
So, if I've edited all this right, you have just seen me in 5 Fox Lane in Leicester. It's nowhere near Lloyd's, it's opposite Barclays. I don't know why I said Lloyd's, that's how much I go into the city centre at the moment. So what I'm going to do here now is chat about other businesses that are in the news that are being basically snuffed out by utility companies just taking what they want with no regulations. The Ofcom or Ofwat or whatever it is are doing absolutely nothing to help local businesses out. On Facebook this morning, my local MP Jane Hunt posted something about helping businesses that are just setting out. There is no way a business can actually build with these kind of ridiculous prices of electricity, gas and water. They can't do it. A company cannot do it. A company that's with the electricity, the rent, the water, the gas, the running of vehicles, and then people are asking for £15 an hour, the cost of living, it ain't going to happen. There is absolutely no point in setting up a business. The Conservative Party, whether you've voted for them in the past or you're going to vote for them, personally I'd vote independent. I'd just go anybody than the main 3 fucking bunch of idiots that we've got. The Conservative Party was the party for business. They was the people who wanted people to build a business and get it going. They wanted people to set up a business and employ people and just, generate wealth for the country. At this moment in time now, the Conservative Party is not a Conservative Party as I ever knew it growing up. They're just a bunch of fucking wankers. And people like Jane Hunt who's putting out messages saying, we'll help you set up a business. They are absolutely living in a fucking... Where they live in, June?
Dreamworld.
It ain't even Dreamworld, is it? It's fucking Nightmare World. They are actually playing on these simulated stimulus.
It's like Twilight Zone.
It is. It is something like Fuck Off Fly. It is like something inside Number 9. You're expecting a twist at the end of the tale. It's like watching an Alfred Hitchcock thing. You are expecting a twist. Tales of the Unexpected. If you don't know what that is, go Google Tales of the Unexpected and watch the titles. I'm getting fed up with this fly. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through a few more places that are shut down or looking to shut down. Because I personally think this is another lockdown by stealth. What they're doing is they're pricing people out of being able to travel in their cars, their vans, their bikes. Even the electric cars are going to get to the stage where you can't afford to charge up the electric car. There is going to be no point in going out in your electric car because everywhere's going to be fucking shut. There are cinemas shutting down, the restaurants, these pubs, cafes, anything and everything is shutting down. We will have on them white rocks down White Cliffs in Dover, it will just say shut. And that'll be it. The immigrants will still come over in the boats and we'll still be able to provide for them. But people who have got small businesses, no fucking chance. They won't want to know. So what I'm going to do, apart from Number 5, Fox Lane, I'm going to have a look at a few other places. So, let me get this one up. Just 1 second. Open. Come on, everybody.
I'm beginning to think though, it's all by design.
It is. It is all by design.
People like Amazon, and we're guilty of buying from them as well. But they're just making more and more and more and more money.
Yeah. They are making more money.
The high streets had it. We've seen that locally. I mean, to park in town is ridiculous money, isn't it?
Oh, it's an absolute joke. Small business owners across Britain have told of sleepless nights and fears they will not survive the winter due to the looming increases in their energy bills. Firms have experienced a 424% rise in gas. Now, this is in the fucking Guardian. This is in the Guardian, so it's got to be true.
Sorry.
COVID?
No, not COVID. About that.
Rising gas costs and 349% in electricity since February 2021, the Federation of Small Businesses shows. Thousands of traders are looking to renegotiate electricity and gas contracts. Now, when I was in 5 Fox Lane, she said that they'd had 10 companies, 10 electrical and gas companies phoning them looking for their business. Which I don't... Martin Lewis used to say, shop around. I don't think there's any fucking point, to be fair. I don't think there's any point in shopping around. Companies do not have a cap on their energy bills, unlike domestic consumers. It is an absolute joke. A hotel in Aberdeen which says it will be cheaper to close for the winter than heat rooms for guests. How can that be? A fish and chip owner in Alstree in Shropshire, where annual energy bills are rising from £9,000 to £35,000. How can that be? A chicken takeaway franchise in Peterborough who fears customers will desert him if he pushes up the prices to pay his bills. An indoor mushroom farmer in Bangor whose strong trading has been undermined by the ridiculous energy hikes in energy costs. Paul Bright, who owns the Glasgow Bar and Restaurant Ship Joint, said the problem was bigger than the pandemic. And it is. This is bigger than the pandemic, this.
Yeah, and a lot of these businesses are still trying to recover from being locked down for 2 years.
Exactly. And now it's going. This is bigger than the pandemic. This is going to affect more people than the pandemic. Now, some of you are out there going, "Oh, no, the pandemic was terrible, this and that." Oh, yeah, all right, you'll say that, won't you? "Oh, I've lost people to fucking COVID." Yes, this is going to do more people. This will do more people through being on the streets, living in fucking flats, not being able to pay the bills, not being able to feed the family, not being able to get the kids' schools uniform, not being able to dress themselves. This is fucking massive. This is huge. So the bloke Paul Bright, his annual bill will rise from 22,000 to 80,000 if he stays with E.ON. Thank you very much for that, June.
Sorry.
I love my June.
Well, you talk like this when you're talking to me. You ramped on at me.
Yeah, this is how I am. This is actually how I do talk. UK gas prices have hit record highs of more than 700p a therm, whatever that fucking means, compared to 100p a year ago. This is just a complete joke. There is no help or support. And as I said to the lady in 5 Fox Lane, the government will probably issue aid, help. But what is that? What is that aid and help? All it is, aid and help, sounds like a wrestler. All this is that they'll dip into more debt to pay us, to give us money, to give to the fucking electricity and gas companies. Yeah, like they'll do in furlough. All this has got to be paid for. All this has got to be paid for. The ways of stopping it. Stop giving money to Ukraine. They've had £4 billion now, right? Stop it. Just stop it. I don't understand how Boris and his wig can just say, I'm giving you money. There has got to be some fucking law to that where it can happen. Cut the foreign aid, right? You're going, oh, you can't do that, starving. I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. I care more about people in this country, yeah? If we get fucked in this country, the other countries won't look after us. Nobody, UK is the Millwall of football. Nobody likes us. Do they, lover?
No, the thing is though, this country's got to do well to be able to help other countries.
Exactly.
If we're on our knees, we're not going to be able to help
anybody. We can't help anybody.
In the future.
We've got a fucking £2 billion bloody scrap load of metal floating down at Portsmouth because we've made it, sent it out, and it's come back after a day. Daniel Mussard, sounds rude, the owner of an 8-bedroom Benwick Lodge hotel near Aberdeen, says the energy bill of £2,780 will rise above £6,000 in November. This is an absolute joke, and I feel for people who just can't do it. The Sullup Fish Bar in Elstree, is that how you say it? I haven't got a clue. His energy bill costs are going up from £9,000 to £35,000. His contract with British Gas and SSE ended this summer, putting him at a disadvantage against competitors whose fixed terms deals may not end until the year. The business has been in the family for 46 years and determined to keep going. He has been left with no choice but to put up prices. But footfall and spending are declining. People are starting to tighten up their purses and buying cheaper things as well. For example, fish and chips, sausage and chips. We've put the prices up. We're waiting to see if people will come back. This is just disgusting that this government is not doing anything. And as I said in the video earlier on, with the good lady in 5 Fox Lane, the MPs are still on fucking holiday. 84 grand a year them fuckers are on.
And the rest.
And expenses. They are okay. When they retire, they will still get a massive pension.
Well, their energy prices are paid, aren't they?
Well, their energy prices are paid, June.
By us.
By us. They're taking the piss. I would love to say let's riot and whatever, but the problem is all you're doing is hurting the people that we're talking for. I've had enough. I really have. I keep saying to people, get in touch with their MPs, get them to come on my podcast. I'll pay for their expenses to come on their podcast. They can claim it out of their fucking expenses they get from Parliament. I'm angry. I'm absolutely fuming, and the rest of it should. And the thing is, people, this isn't going to go away. This is not going to go away. We've got to try and do something to stop this. Get onto your MPs. They're fucking useless. I just don't. People in the Loughborough area, please keep chipping away at Jane Hunt. Get her to come on my BVM Presents podcast. I want her on there. I want to ask her about questions, but she won't do it because she hasn't got the nuts, the balls, the guts to fucking come and have a word with the everyday person in the street. But I tell you what, when general elections coming out, when the general elections have come, all these MPs that all... well, there's another thing. This is what I'm actually thinking, is that MPs who are in Parliament now won't run for another term. Conservatives will not run for another term. I don't think Jane Hunt will run again. That I don't. I don't think she'll have the nerve. I think she's had enough emails and people like me plugging away at her. Well, I won't plug her.
Well, I was sending her emails every week during the lockdown, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Every week, something.
And they just don't care. They just do not care. Here, look, we've got another one. Lisa Allslop and her husband Ian, who run a garden centre, farm shop and cafe in Snowdonia National Park and employ 4 part-time staff, said they're unable to get a quote from their supply Eon. Our current bill is £300 a month, so we're dreading the increase. They're just not being fair. We will have no business. All the business will be vape shops, right? Charity shops, betting shops. Your pubs and your clubs are going to go... I tell you what, right? People like Rate My Takeaway, he won't have a channel because all the takeaway shops will be shut down. They'll be shut down.
Apart from the big McDonald's.
Apart from McDonald's, KFC and all that, everything else, your little burger bars, your fish and chips in your bloody local village, they'll all be gone because they won't be able to afford to do this.
So it's going to affect everybody.
It's going to affect everybody. So that means the people who the chip shop employ, they'll be out of work. That means then other people will be out of work. So, right, I'm done. I've had enough of this. Laters. Put your comments down below. Laters.